Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back with another breaking figure news video, and today we are going to be talking about SH Figuarts Gohan Beast. That is right, we finally have some information on how we are going to be able to get our hands on this guy. And it's not good. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This whole situation has just been developing tonight. I was actually at work when all of this was dropping, so I am covering this as soon as I can. Obviously, on your screen, you can see we are on Premium Bandai, the SH Figuarts Son Gohan Beast limited time pre-order. That's right, you're seeing that correctly. Not limited time figure or anything like that. Limited time pre-order, which begins on February 2nd at 8 p.m. EST. Let's go ahead and talk about all of the details for this. As you can see, this guy is going to cost $65 and is going to arrive in August 2023. Again, I want to reiterate how funny I think it is that all of these Gohan Beast figures are going to be released quite literally a year after the movie has come out. I don't understand this marketing because obviously I'm excited because I'm a diehard Dragon Ball fan. But people are not going to be as excited for this as if it came out, I don't know, when the movie released. I don't understand. It's just such a weird business practice to me. I really don't get it. Especially since when Dragon Ball Super Broly came out, Broly and Gogeta both had multiple figures right when the movie came out. Maybe not SH Figuarts or their final forms like this. Actually, except I think Ichiban Kuji definitely had Super Saiyan Blue and Full Power Broly, but I don't remember if they had that for SH Figuarts right out the gate. Nonetheless, though, it's still a strange decision that it would be a year after, because I can tell you for a fact that it wasn't that far away for those guys. So let's go ahead and actually jump into it here, though. I don't want to call this a rant video, even though it kind of may end up being, because you guys know how I feel about Bandai. By the way, I did want to point this out before we get into this section. I just thought this was kind of funny. I know the reason why they used Orange Piccolo for this image was because when you order Gohan Beast off of Premium Bandai, you get a free shipping coupon for Piccolo, which, again, we'll talk about that in a second. But I just thought this was funny that, you know, this is a tweet primarily for Gohan Beast, and they used an image of Orange Piccolo. Like, why would you not hashtag this Gohan Beast? Because that's mainly who it's for. You can't even order this guy for like another month-ish. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny. Anyway, maybe the intern just for gore. SH Figuarts 15th anniversary campaign. So they're calling this a whole big thing because of the fact that it is SH Figuarts 15th anniversary. In my opinion, this is an absolute disgrace to SH Figuarts. Definitely nothing worthy of being celebrated, but we'll get into that in a second. So as you can see here, we do have a small note. Due to limited production run, we will not be accepting pre-orders once the pre-order limit has been reached. So what this means, and it's kind of unfortunate this is in the small text because this is something important that you need to know. Once this figure is done, right, like once they have so many pre-orders of the amount of figures that they have, they're not making any more. This guy is going to be done when they fill up on pre-orders. You're not going to be able to get this guy through official means. Obviously, you can always get him through eBay or a third party, but you get my point, right? You won't be able to get him through the official website. So as you can see here, right, we have some images of Gohan, and we're going to go over all of this in a second here because there is actually, not on this page, a separate SH Figuarts Gohan Beast actual page for himself, but right now we're talking about this 15th anniversary campaign for ordering him. So as you can see, it says free shipping SH Figuarts Gohan Beast, which I believe if we scroll down is technically not actually true. Or maybe it is. No, it actually is. Okay, I thought it was just for Piccolo. Alright, so pre-order from February 2nd, 2023 at 8 p.m. EST until the pre-order limit has been reached. And as you can see here, for the boy, they are reducing the $10 free shipping to 0. So it is actually for Gohan. I was confusing myself with the other offer that we're going to talk about in a second for Piccolo. So yes, the $10 shipping is going to be 0, which is awesome. They don't usually do this type of thing. The only time I think I can ever remember them doing free shipping, because every figure that you buy off of Premium Bandai, and granted, the only thing I buy is SH Figuarts figures, so I don't know about the Gundams and other merchandise that they have on the website. But every time I bought an SH Figuarts figure, you always got to pay the $10 shipping. And it's weird. Even if you buy 2, the shipping is still $10. It really is just this weird flat fee, I think, for them to get a couple extra bucks, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, he is going to be free, which is nice. They've only done this before during the Valentine's Day sale with SH Figuarts Hit. They had him for free shipping. And if you were a new member, you couldn't have a pre-existing account and you couldn't have bought anything on your account before. They did it for Cooler. That's why I asked a homie of mine to make a new Premium Bandai account and put his address on it. And I just gave him the money so I could get free shipping on it. But as you can see, this is going to be starting February 2nd. And the pre-order limit will be reached, and that will be the end of it. That is so weird that there's not an actual, like, end date, as you can see, right? There's not a, you know, technical end time or date. It's just when they're out, basically. And this is going to cause a lot of problems because obviously what this is going to mean is that because this is, of course, you know, the biggest release of the year for SH Figuarts. I mean, it's the new big boy form for, you know, one of the most popular Dragon Ball characters. Basically, if you don't get him right in the beginning, I'm willing to bet that it's going to be quite hard for you to get this guy because the website may crash. There's probably going to be some bots trying to buy this thing out, right? I have a feeling that is going to be a really difficult time trying to cop this guy from this website. So definitely keep your browser open at this specific time and date for trying to get your pre-order in, because I would hate for anybody who wants this to miss it. That's also why I'm making a video on this now, so that way you can prepare yourself and obviously get ready for the 2nd. As you can see here, literally how to participate, right? Become a registered member of Premium Bandai, which I already am. Purchase Gohan Beast before the offer ends, and free shipping. I love how they like make this into a gift, like they're giving you something. You're still buying a product. I hate when companies do this, but that's an entirely different rant for another time. So this is the other offer. I will admit, this shot is really sick here. Did they take this from, I don't know if they took that from the Dragon Ball Heroes card, because I know there's Dragon Ball Heroes card where it's Gohan and Piccolo on it. But as you can see, SH Figuarts Orin Piccolo, same thing. Due to limited production run, we will stop accepting pre-orders when the pre-order limit has been reached. You can see the boys standing there. This is also a new head that we are viewing for Piccolo, which is interesting. It does look kind of weird from the side. I'd imagine that it looks a lot better when you're looking at it from the front, but obviously his eye is not cocked back, so it looks a little bit weird there. But we have the boys standing back to back, and as you can see, free shipping coupon for the SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo free limited shipping offer. So here's how this works. When you are ordering Orange Piccolo, right, pre-order from March 2nd, 2023 at 8 p.m. EST, right? So again, this is about a month-ish away. Once the pre-order limit has been reached, by the way, then there will be no more. And you can see that not only is he going to be delivered in September 2023, but he's going to cost $85. Whoa! That is a bit of a steep price. Obviously, for the bigger SH Figuarts figures, they always cost a little bit more, right? The characters that are a little bit taller, a little bit bulkier, right? They always tend to cost a little bit more money. I think SH Figuarts Cooler was somewhere in that range because he's definitely like closer in size to Orange Piccolo, but that is still quite a bit of money there. So the whole gimmick with this thing is you can get a free shipping coupon for SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo by pre-ordering SH Figuarts Son Gohan Beast. Free shipping coupon for SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo is valid during the SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo pre-order timing. Due to limited production run, we will stop accepting pre-orders once the pre-order limit has been reached without notice. So obviously, this offer is only available for a limited time. You can only get this from the 2nd to the 28th of February of this year, obviously from 8 p.m. EST to 11:59 p.m. EST. Very interesting that they have a cutoff date for this. I'd almost have to imagine that the figure is probably going to sell out before the 28th, but I guess we'll find out once pre-orders actually go up for Gohan Beast. But either it's going to be, you know, when the pre-orders run out, if that happens before the 28th, right, which I'm kind of thinking that it might, but we'll see, or the 28th is when you stop getting that Orange Piccolo coupon. I don't know why they have a cutoff date for this, because I would assume it would just be, oh, when Gohan runs out of pre-orders, then the coupon, you know, like, availability time is over. Kind of weird. Again, how to participate: purchase Son Gohan Beast between the time we just talked about. Your Orange Piccolo free shipping coupon will be distributed automatically, so you'll get that connected to your Premium Bandai account, or maybe by email. They don't really specify here, but you'll receive it in some way. SH Figuarts Orange Piccolo using your coupon from the 2nd until the production capacity, and click the apply button. Verify that your coupon has been applied before you finalize your purchase. That will be at checkout. It should just automatically apply to your account, because that's usually how it works with these Premium Bandai coupons. And it's kind of funny that they have this like limited time offer thing, because it's like, okay, so it's a limited time offer for a coupon for the shipping, but the figure is still full price. I don't know. It's just a very weird business practice. I mean, to be fair, Premium Bandai in and of itself is just kind of a weird business practice altogether, right? So as you can see, if you click here, we can go to this page, which is literally just going to be the page for Gohan Beast, which we'll take a look at in a second. However, I wanted to cover two more things when talking about this before we actually go into the main man himself. First of all, this is really interesting. This says special content coming soon. I don't know if this means that they're going to be making more SH Figuarts superhero figures and putting them here. I don't really know what this special content thing is. Very curious to me, because there's literally no context to this whatsoever, right? The only context that is on the page for this. I don't know if maybe this is something for like the SH Figuarts 15th anniversary. The URL up here does say Campaign Dragon Ball, so I would assume it is something else related to Dragon Ball, but I don't know. We'll have to find out on this one. It'll be interesting to see what this actually is, because I don't really know what else they would do for this besides other, like, you know, superhero characters. Like if they were going to do maybe Piccolo Awakened or Carmine or Magenta or Cell Max or something like that. I don't really know what else they would put here, but I guess we'll find out. And that is basically the end of the page. By the way, this is a little bit of an FAQ with some extra information on here. Very interesting that they are deciding to do it this way. Of course, I will leave a link to this in the description below. I will leave this FAQ up to you to read, because this is a lot of just like minute details that aren't necessarily that crazy interesting. But if you want to read, you know, the fine print here, of course, definitely check out the link in the description. This is something good to know, though. Can I have multiple memberships account? No, it's limited to one person. Any attempt for a participant to obtain more than one membership will result in that disqualification. Will void that membership account and may disqualify you from having any other membership account. Yeah, so you might get your account yoinked, basically. You might get your account deleted. Obviously, an easy workaround for this, I mean, this is maybe a scalper mentality to have, I guess, but it's also just if you want more of them, I don't know. You could always just ask your friend to make another account for you and ship it to them and then just buy that off them, you know, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kind of funny, too, that they say, is there a fee for the free shipping? I mean, you just have to buy the figure. That's basically it. And it's funny that they give you this detail, again, how you get it, when we literally just talked about the entire time. Oh, this is good to know, though. How do I redeem it? As you can see, right, add it to your cart on the shopping cart detail screens. Check the box for the coupon and click the apply button. And there you go. That is how it will be. So that is basically everything for this entire 15th anniversary thing, right? They do give you some other details here if you're buying other items, right? All that kind of good stuff. Again, just be sure to read this sort of stuff if you really want to know these nitty-gritty questions. But let's actually go to Gohan's page here himself. With this, we can also take a look at the close-up images of this guy, because obviously we haven't gotten the full set of HD images for him yet. So let's actually take a look at these. This is the first face here, which is the sort of screaming face. Something about this face does not rub me the right way. I really don't know what it is about it. I feel like he kind of looks like an old man here. I don't know. It's a little bit strange. Maybe it's just the angle. I feel like his chin looks a little bit too chiseled, honestly. I think that's part of the problem here. Obviously, this is supposed to be the face when he's launching the special beam cannon, but I don't know. In my opinion, this really doesn't look that good. I know that's terrible to say, but like, man, especially with how much they're hyping up this figure, I feel like this face is honestly just not it, in my opinion. It's just kind of to be honest with you. But let's take a look at the rest of what we have here. We have, of course, this image of Gohan, which we've seen a million times before. We have this one, which I will say, man, I do really, really like this smirking face. It is definitely very good. Obviously, this is, of course, the shot where they zoom into Gohan and he kind of tilts his head, right, when he first transforms into Gohan Beast. This is really cool. I definitely like that they included this one because obviously this is a very iconic shot of the character. This, of course, is the gritting teeth face, which is a little bit different from the ones that we've seen so far. This one is obviously different from the smirking one, by the way, because, of course, you know, his expression is different, even though his teeth are both closed. But this one does look okay. I don't think this one really looks fantastic or poor. I think it's just kind of in the middle. And then, of course, there is a zoomed out version of that screaming face. I'm going to be interested to see how this one actually looks on the figure, because in my opinion, it's looking like a little something. To be honest with you, it does also come with a I almost said Masenko. Oh my gosh, a special beam cannon effect piece, which is pretty cool. I do definitely like that. It is blue, which is kind of unfortunate that it is just this like regular piece of plastic, because I would have loved if it was actually like, I don't know, more akin to the colors of the movie. What it is right here definitely isn't necessarily bad, but I mean, you know, it is just very basic. It kind of looks like something out of a Figurized standard model kit. We do have this face here for Gohan, which I believe is actually the same one as this one. Yeah, it's the same as this regular, like, neutral face where he is moving to the side here. I don't actually recognize this shot from the movie. I don't think this is anything specifically from the movie, but this is definitely a very cool pose for the figure. I'm not going to lie to you. I do definitely like the look of this. We have, of course, the kick against Cell Max, which, as you can see here, they use the gritting teeth face for this, which I don't... Oh no, he does scream and then kick him. Yeah, so I guess his teeth would be gritted in this shot. Definitely very interesting look with this gritted teeth face too. Something about like the mouth almost kind of looks like a... what is that? A muzzle, right? Would be the shape to describe that. Very interesting. And then as you can see there, here is the smirky face. I think that one looks really good. Maybe his eyes are a little big, but overall, I think it looks pretty good. And this, of course... You know for a fact that they were going to include some accessory for the Ultimate Gohan with this guy, because of course they've been milking that figure to high heck. They do have the swirly red eyes head for Gohan. I guess that's the best way to describe it. It is pretty cool that this is the head, I will say, that they're going to include. I mean, obviously this figure makes sense for them to include, you know, an accessory for Ultimate Gohan, because of course it's, you know, another Gohan figure. And it is cool that this is this head specifically, because obviously, I mean, this is the face that he has when he transforms into Gohan Beast. So, you know, I mean, it makes sense that it would look like that. We're going to get a close-up of that in a second. We already saw this image here. It's so weird how these are listed, by the way. Why, it's like, when I click on this to zoom it in, it has this one in the front, but also in the back. I don't know. That's kind of weird how it's structured. But anyway, as you can see here, of course, the pre-orders haven't opened yet because they opened on the 2nd, and he's going to be costing $65. The price, I want to talk about that a little bit at the end of the video after we go over everything that is down here. As you can see, right, this link, again, is just another page to the 15th anniversary page. So let's actually look at the promotional material that they have for this guy. By the way, again, this is another thing for, like, once they reach the limit, you know, that's it. So let's take a look at this. Here is a close-up look at this head. Funny enough, this almost looks like Dokkan text, ironically enough, even though it isn't exactly the same font. But as you can see here, here is the swirly eye head. I don't think that the eyes are actually like that little swirl that he gets in the movie. It kind of looks like they just made the eyes red. I'm going to be curious to see how close this head is to the gritting teeth head in the actual Ultimate Gohan, because I know that the regular version of this figure, which I'm actually looking at him over the shelf in the corner of my eye there, has a face very similar to this. It will be kind of funny, not funny, if they just repainted the eyes and then called it a new head. I hope that it actually has some difference in the expression. But yeah, so as he actually transforms, you can see, of course, here is the image that we saw before, but a little bit more stylized. Is that all you've got? I definitely like the hair, by the way. I think that they absolutely nailed that for sure. I definitely think that that is like my favorite part of this figure. They absolutely got the Gohan Beast hair down. Another cool thing about this is that all of the obviously like rips and tatters in the clothes is a nice way to make this figure a little bit different. I like that they obviously did that because, of course, you know, they could have just basically made the same body again. I mean, to be honest, this could have just been like an extra pack where, you know, they included the head in something else and then you just put it on the original figure. But if they are going to sell this as a whole new figure, which I mean makes sense that they are because Bandai is a stinky company nowadays, and at least they're going to be adding a little bit of extra details to the body. You can see that there's a rip in the pants there, there's a rip there, and if we actually go back and look at the images here, if we look at Gohan's knee when it was spread out, you can actually see that in the knee section there's a little rip there, so that is a pretty cool little detail. So obviously we have Gohan here. We've basically seen all of these pictures before. It's basically just the promotional ones, but a little bit more spiced up, right? From the movie Dragon Ball Super Hero, Son Gohan Beast joins SH Figuarts. Yeah, you can see that it's basically just a stylized version of what we saw in the like regular production images. The amazing articulation allows him to pose in several ways. Amazing articulation, soft material used in his clothing enables superior portrayal of his attack moves. Numerous optional parts, including a folded arm. I will say that is pretty cool. I definitely am a fan of these SH Figuarts folded arm accessories. I really like these. I actually have it on my Kefla that's on my desk right now. So very cool. I'm glad that they decided to include that for sure. We obviously have Gohan doing the special beam cannon, which it actually looks like it connects to his fingers, which is kind of interesting for sure. As you can see, it says that there's 3 optional expression parts, even though they show 4, but obviously this is what they say when it comes to this, because they don't count the one that comes on the figure as a optional expression part. I don't know why, because like technically you think they wouldn't. I would think it would also be better for marketing for them to do that. I don't know, but that's just the way that they count it. I will say I definitely am a fan of the neutral face and the gritting teeth face. I still don't know how to feel about that shouting one, I'm going to be honest. It definitely looks a little bit weird, especially since this is more of like a standard straight on angle of it here. But we do have the gritting teeth face on there as well. That one looks okay. I don't think it's as good as it could look, to be honest with you, but I'm glad that at least a couple of the faces look really good. We also have a close-up of the Ultimate Gohan head here with the little swirly eye head, and it doesn't look like to me that the eyes are actually doing the little funny swirl. It literally does just look like they painted the middle of them red and then counted it as, you know, the transforming head. I want to look actually. Let me grab him right here because I literally have the figure sitting next to me. Yeah, no. I'm looking at the face because I'm holding the figure right now. I know you can't see it. The eyes are definitely a little bit bigger on this version of the face. I will say, from the front angle, it looks very weird, but from the angle that it actually is in the movie, this looks literally exactly how his expression looked in the movie, which is pretty cool. But yeah, no, the eyes are definitely a small bit different. Besides, I mean, obviously the red, but I mean, like, the shape of the eyes is definitely a little bit different. However, it definitely looks like the mouth is exactly the same. That I literally cannot see a difference between. So kind of interesting. At least I guess it's a little bit different. I don't know if this one was planned. I mean, I would assume, knowing Bandai and they love money, that, you know, this was, you know, planned to be this way. And, you know, they basically give you the same face twice. But I would like to think that maybe they made the Ultimate Gohan, gave him that face, and then decided later, oh, hey, we can make this face and include it with Gohan Beast, right? As a bonus, an optional face for Ultimate Gohan is included. Relive all the on-screen excitement. Yeah, that face looks terrible in that picture. Oh my gosh, that looks awful. check out the SH Figuarts series from the Dragon Ball Superhero movie. So as you can see, obviously these are all of the figures that have released or are upcoming for SH Figuarts for Superhero. We of course have the standard releases of Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and Piccolo, which have been released. The Gammas are going to be actually shipping this month. Pan pre-orders close the 5th, so if you want to get her by the 5th of February, definitely make sure to do that. The pre-orders for Broly close March 5th, so definitely cop that man if you want him. He is pretty expensive. We've talked about him in past videos. And unfortunately, there isn't actually a link for Orange Piccolo yet, even though you can see here pre-orders start March 2nd. You can't actually click on this link, and for Premium Bandai's main website here, you can see that there isn't actually Orange Piccolo on the front page, right? If we scroll down, he isn't actually anywhere to be seen. You can see some recommendations because, you know, all I buy is Dragon Ball, so of course that's what they're going to recommend to me. Even if we search Orange, I spelled orange wrong, hold on. This is what happens when you're a Dragon Ball fan. Can't read, can't spell. If we search Orange Piccolo, literally nothing comes up, so there isn't actually a page for him yet. But that is basically everything that we have for Gohan. Obviously, they tell you everything that's in here. The main body, the exchangeable face parts, which is 3, technically 4 if you include the one on the body. And then, of course, exchangeable right hand times 4 types. Interesting. Makonko Suppose special beam cannon effects parts set, and exchangeable arm assembly parts. And then, of course, the ultimate Gohan. I'm assuming that's because he has like these open hands, right? But then he also has the Makonko Suppose hand, right? That would make sense, right? We have the closed fists. And of course they count this as a different piece and not necessarily hands. The open palm, the closed fist. I don't actually know what else would be the other hands. For all of these poses, we've only seen closed fists and open hands. So it'll be interesting to see what else. Usually they try and include all the hands on here. So it's kind of interesting for these production images. We just literally see the open palm and the closed fist. I don't know. Kind of an interesting choice on that one for sure. But overall thoughts on this one. I'm a little bit mixed, right? Obviously, I'm not excited that this is a Premium Bandai figure, right? It really doesn't make sense to me from the perspective of this being a Premium Bandai figure in terms of it selling as well as it would if it was just a normal figure. Usually with normal SH Figuarts figures, they do cost around $35, right? That's sort of the over-the-counter standard SH Figuarts price, right? And so I suppose if they want to charge more, they kind of have to use Premium Bandai. They don't have to. They could just charge more for it and have it in stores. But that's just what I don't understand about this. Why not just do that? Because sure, if you're into figure collecting, right, you know what Premium Bandai is, and you've probably unfortunately used it before, right? People who are into this sort of stuff, and obviously me, I like to let the people know, right? That's why I do these type of videos, to, you know, spread the word. If you want the figure, this is the place to buy it, right? But I feel like for the general populace, they're not going to know where to buy this figure. They're not going to know what Premium Bandai is. They're not going to want to register for a specific website just to buy one product, right? Obviously, that's the benefit of having a figure being over the counter, release, where you could just buy it at like GameStop or Target or, you know, whatever other figure website that you buy figures from, right? That's the benefit of it being at those sites. You probably already have a Target.com account, right? You don't need to make a Premium Bandai account when, you know, you're already, you know, cooking with your current account. And nonetheless, just the fact that, you know, you have to wait for the specific shipping. And the other thing about Premium Bandai that's just so unfortunate is that you have to wait a really long time for it to ship, right? This figure is going to be able to pre-order, of course, in a couple days here in February. And you're not going to get it till August, right? That's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, 7 months. You're going to have to wait after you buy this thing. I know that pre-orders are like that and you get things, you know, a long time after you pre-order them. But, like, I don't know. It's just a very strange decision to me, that because I feel like they would make more money if they had it be a normal figure that anybody could buy, because this is limiting the seeability of it, right? Not as many people are going to see this because they aren't following the Premium Bandai Twitter account, or they aren't following social media outlets that are going to tell them about this. Obviously, if they just walk into their local Target and see it, they're just going to buy it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think it's just going to have less eyes on it in general, because I know a lot of people were really excited about this figure. I will say the $65 price tag, right, is a little bit of an iffy one for me. I'm kind of mixed on that. I have definitely seen figures that are just basically regular, I don't want to call them human characters, but like human build, right? I guess in this case, Saiyan characters that have been more expensive than this guy, right? I mean, Kefla, I think, was 65 bucks. And I think there may have been another figure that was a Saiyan that was around 65 bucks. But I feel like there's been characters that have been more expensive. Usually, though, I think 65 is like the Premium Bandai Saiyan character price tag for most of the time. But I've definitely seen more expensive. This is the type of thing, though, where you're basically paying more money for the form. They do give you quite a few accessories in here. Obviously, you know, we saw that there was the 3 extra heads and, of course, the head for Ultimate Gohan, which I will say, they don't actually include the head. So the thing that's kind of goofy about this, if you were only buying Gohan Beast, right? Because if we go down here, right, it just says expression part. It doesn't say head. So even if you wanted to use this, you couldn't unless you have Ultimate Gohan, because you would need the black hair, right? Because obviously the eyebrows don't match with Gohan Beast, right? I mean, maybe it would be kind of a cool, like, in-between transformation sort of thing. And I'm sure that the face will probably fit on Gohan Beast's head. But it wouldn't really make sense. So, you know, you would need the Ultimate Gohan anyway to be even to use that. So, you know, you need a whole nother $30 product just to use one of the items that you're getting in here. So I don't even know if I would call that an extra piece. And of course, then you get the Makanko Sapo piece. This is definitely something that I feel like they're doing just to justify this higher price that you're paying, right? That's kind of what it feels like to me. It doesn't really feel like an accessory. Like, I honestly feel like they probably could have charged 65 bucks for this and not included it. But they were like, all right, we need to make it seem like it's worth the price. Of course, I know people are going to buy it. I'm still going to buy it, which I'm well aware is just contributing to the problem. But that's just the thing that's so unfortunate about this. Bandai has such a hold on the Dragon Ball brand when it comes to figures that if you want this guy and you don't want him for a ridiculous price that he's definitely going to be sold for the aftermarket on eBay, you have to buy the figure here, right? And you have to buy it for this price, you know? You just, I mean, obviously you don't have to buy the figure. Nobody's forcing you to. But if you want the figure, this is the place where you have to get it, right? So definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, right? I definitely think that this guy, I understand them charging more for him. And if they were going to include the effect piece and all these extra heads, probably $40 or $45 definitely would have been a better price for him. I think that 65 is definitely a little bit too much. But at least it's not 70 or 80, which it's going to be interesting to see what they include with Orange Piccolo to justify the $80 or $85 we actually saw, because we saw that on the 15th anniversary page, right? I forget where that was. I think it was right here. Yeah, $85. It'd be interesting to see what accessories they include with him to justify that price. I know he's a little bit of a bigger figure, so obviously that's why they're charging a little bit more money for him, because that's how they usually let it rock with the bigger figures. But it'll be interesting to see what they include, and that's basically everything I have for you today. So please, in the comment section below, let me know your thoughts on this one. I will be very curious to hear them. I am gonna be curious to see how fast these pre-orders sell out as well, because that may have to be another video in and of itself. If the whole pre-order situation goes awry, maybe that'll be a little update video to this one, so we will see about that. By the way, I did have one more quick thing before we went. I'm just going to include this in here because I don't really think it is big enough to make its own video on. I know that I was saying that I was going to make a specific breaking news video for when we got the Movie 9 Gohan for the upcoming prize figures, and I just wanted to throw this in here because, oh man, this is really unfortunate. unfortunate. Obviously, we were expecting something brand new, but it turns out Bandai being Bandai just decided to reuse the Solid Edgeworks Gohan from last year and retool it and make a new version of the figure, putting Piccolo's gi, taking off Piccolo's gi, I guess, and putting Gohan's gi on from the BoJack movie. Very, very unfortunate to see. This figure still looks pretty good, but obviously it's always just unfortunate when they reuse stuff. I was even seeing some people in the Japanese side of figure collecting kind of disappointed by this guy. I will say, though, the GX Materia Feet Kamehameha Goku does look really good. At least this line never lets us down, which I appreciate. And the Clear Rise Trunks actually does look pretty good with the armor. I definitely like this look for short hair Trunks. I think it's pretty cool. But I just wanted to include this in the end here because I know I said I was going to make a video on this, but I didn't really feel like it was worth it considering that this figure was just reused and it's basically just, you know, the same head on a different body. So just going to throw this in here at the end. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.